This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
If you're thinking about your bra all day, you're probably wearing the wrong bra.
If you're ready for a bra that's designed to support you, not distract you, there's Honeylove.
Honeylove is an independent, female-founded brand with products designed by women who actually wear them. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market.
Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/MFM.
That's honeylove.com/MFM.
After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honeylove.
Goodbye.
Hey, everybody. Here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
And welcome
To My Favorite Murder.
That's Georgia Hardstark.
That's Karen Kilgariff.
This is a solo episode.
This is where I am going to tell you a story on my own, all by myself, because we're on vacation.
Yeah. And also, we need to start working independently. It's important. It's gone on for too long.
We are so codependent.
We've got to break the chains.
Yeah.
And as Fleetwood Mac says, you will never break the chains.
You will never break, but you will never. But you have to try because trying is important.
I mean,
trying is almost more important than succeeding.
I mean, some say. I wish I could believe that.
Yeah. I have a book real quick, if you need a fucking vacation book, even though it's the middle of October for these people listening now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But it's still
But some people take a little break.
Yeah. I listened to a book called The Wedding People by Alison Espach, and it's a feel-good book about a woman who decides to take her own life. And so she goes to a hotel for her last night, but the hotel is overrun by the wedding people because there's a wedding that week. The bride finds out about her plans and is like, you're not going to ruin my wedding. So befriends her. And then she changes her whole, like, it's a beautiful, like, metamorphosis type of thing.
That sounds amazing.
I know. It's really, like, real. It's real and good.
That's a very cool idea.
Yeah. The Wedding People.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Is El Pollo Loco a national brand?
I think so.
I'll say this. Because, I can be very repetitive. I mean, I can't recommend Poirot again. I've done it too many times, but I really rely on it. But the other day, our production manager, Jess, she ordered El Pollo Loco.
Oh, to the office?
Yeah.
That is a standby for me and Vince, for sure.
Is it really?
Because it's just fucking perfect every time.
It is good. It's like, I feel like it's unsung in this way that, like, maybe it's been around a little longer than other places. But as I came into the office, she was going out to go pick it up. And then Brian, our office manager, was just like, do you want some too? So I was like, just get me a quesadilla.
Always. Protein. Always get Karen protein.
Please get me protein. And if you need to make a decision, a quesadilla will always work for me.
Cheese and protein.
Yeah. So They brought it back. And what El Pollo Loco's doing with their quesadillas.
It sounds like an ad.
I'm sorry to do this for free, but it was like they were mimicking a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Ooh.
So it was all folded and like fried on the grill.
I love a grilled little,
But
tortilla.
then they have stuff inside there, like real flavorings and seasonings and
like
stuff.
Veggies and shit.
I don't know. Yeah, like little slices of tomato and peppers. It was one of the best quesadillas I've ever had.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry right now. Well, I like that plug. It feels worthwhile.
Yeah, because it's like we do books, we do TV shows.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll do a movie.
Yeah.
When's the last time you did, what if we every week recommended a different quesadilla?
Not even a fast food place, just a quesadilla.
You just get real specific.
Okay, I'm so down with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been eating. That was like our go-to when we were young and broke.
What was your order?
My mom would just get the family meal.
Oh, yeah.
So just like a normal family meal, but it's just like so good. It was so good.
They also, it's like their chicken is amazing. It's the crazy
salsa.
chicken. And they, it's that idea you're just like, they give you tortillas, they give you this chicken.
That great red salsa.
Yeah, it's good.
What are you even eating right now, everyone? Please, what are you even eating right now? Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just come back and it's like, is there something that sparked your life in a way that you ate this week?
Yeah, that when you go back to eat it sometimes, you wouldn't constantly eat it, but when you go to eat it, you're like, wow, thank God this is still around and tastes exactly the same.
I'm like, why don't I do this more often?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've done it. That's our new
first
fourth
one.
episode.
Speaking of people who work at Exactly Right Media,
Yeah.
we have a podcast network called Exactly Right Media.
There's so many people that work here.
So many people.
Not just Jess.
Not just Brian. Here's some highlights.
So you may have heard that we're doing Rewind with Karen and Georgia, which is basically us recapping our own podcast. If the narcissism wasn't bad enough already, we've started our own recap podcast. So we decided to re-release the first T-shirt ever made. This was a full-on Georgia Hardstark production. Artist Michael Ramstead did this very precious illustration. We've updated it from the 2016 version to a 2024 version. You can go now, do a pre-order at myfavoritemurder.com and basically get in there before they're all gone.
Yeah, limited edition.
Yeah.
It's fucking classic.
It's very cute.
It's one of my faves.
There's also brand new MFM animated inspired Halloween merch in the merch store. Giant skeleton sweatpants, Mothman hoodies. It's actually quite a collection for this spooky season.
It's really incredible.
So go to myfavoritemurder.com and go shopping.
And also, please follow at Exactly Right on social media to learn more about what's happening this week on your favorite podcasts, including Wicked Words with Kate Winkler-Dawson and Parent Footprint with Dr. Dan.
Also, what I was talking about, Rewind with Karen and Georgia, episode 14 is out now, and it features a conversation about crimes from the 1990s.
Yeah.
Including belly chains.
Oh, God. If you love My Favorite Murder, which I hope you do if you're listening. Just do us a big favor. Go rate, review, and follow the show wherever you get your podcast. It just helps us out a little bit.
And if you're listening because you hate us, we hate you too.
Go vote. Everyone vote. Okay.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
All right, so I'm going today.
Okay.
And this is a story that I've been planning on doing for months at this point, and just so happens that this week a little documentary about it came out on Hulu.
Oh.
So that was really exciting. Today's story is about a beloved mother, wife, and sister whose poisoning death ultimately divided her grieving family. This is the story of the death of Mary Yoder. And I wasn't going to watch the documentary at first because I saw that the person who was convicted for this crime is a talking head on it. And that's always a little bit like suspicious. But I started it and it's fucking good and deep.
Okay.
And not what I thought it would be. The documentary is called Little Miss Innocent on Hulu. And other main sources for this story are an episode of Forensic Files 2 called The Letter and an episode of Dateline called Poisoned. And the rest can be found on our show notes.
Is there a Forensic Files 2, like, the newest version?
I guess it's Forensic Files 2, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
I feel like I remember that, like, a new Forensic Files was coming out, but I didn't realize that's what they were calling it. Yeah.
Again, Forensic Files again. Okay, so we're in Utica, New York, right? I don't know what it's like. It's picturesque. I'm sure it's pretty. I think my ex is from there.
Oh.
It's a small city between Syracuse and Albany, which are also small cities. And the year is 2015, so recent. Bill and Mary Yoder are both chiropractors in their early 60s, and they have a practice together. The couple's been married for almost 40 years. They have 3 adult children, 2 daughters and a son. And the Yoders are well known in small town Utica because their chiropractic clinic is very highly regarded, very popular. They're kind of just known as salt of the earth people, hardworking, normal people, very normal.
Okay.
Mary had grown up nearby in upstate New York and is one of 8 kids. She's close with her family, especially her sisters. She loves the outdoors and is active in her community. She's in her 60s. She's such the mom that your friend has that makes you want to go to your friend's house all the time because the mom is so wonderful and lovely and smart and bright and shiny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's rough. For us. She and Bill met in college. They had their first 2 kids, daughters Leanna and Tamarin, when they were in their early 20s. And then they have their youngest child, Adam, 10 years later. So like the precious baby, when Mary is in her early 30s. So Adam is doted on by the family, especially his big sisters who think of him as their baby. When Adam becomes an adult, he starts to work with his parents at their clinic, their chiropractic clinic, doing clerical work. Close family. And then later on, Adam's girlfriend, Caitlin, takes over his role. So Adam and Caitlin have an on-again, off-again relationship. They're just like these 2 young, attractive people who are very, very into each other. And she is very close with his family, obviously. She works with them. Mary's her boss, so she's very close with her. Mary, who is 60 years old, is known by everyone as, quote, the picture of health. And you see these photos and she's like bright and shiny.
Yeah.
Looks like a healthy, beautiful woman. She takes impeccable care of her body. She runs fucking triathlons at 60.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that then too.
Yes, you will.
Eventually.
You're going to build up to it.
Yeah, I don't need to do it now.
Right.
She only, like, no one gives a shit if a fucking 40-year-old runs a triathlon.
It's not an accomplishment
No.
when you're 40. It's an accomplishment when you're 60.
Exactly. I'll wait. She like eats super healthy. She takes tons of herbal supplements. She does the things, this is what Allie wrote, she actually does the things that everyone tries to do, but generally doesn't do.
How many supplements do you have in a drawer that you don't take?
If I put them in the right vessel, maybe I'll start taking them.
Yes, buy a new plastic thing to put the supplements into.
I have so many plastic options to put the vitamins into the microplastics to leach into the supplements.
Or throw into the sea for the great Pacific garbage patch. This life.
Mary was better than us.
Yeah.
So here we are, July 20th, 2015. Mary is working with patients at her chiropractic clinic. In the afternoon, she starts to feel sick to her stomach. She has to run to the bathroom repeatedly. So she goes home early where she gets sicker and sicker with symptoms you wouldn't get with just a stomach virus or food poisoning. Like, it's extreme. Her legs start to swell and her skin is discolored, almost greenish.
Oh.
And so she goes to the emergency room the next morning and she's admitted to the hospital, which, like, what an excruciating night.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Doctors first wonder if it's one of the supplements Mary has been taking that made her ill because, you know, you get these and who the fuck, there's no FDA approval with supplements. Do you know that?
Do you know that?
Yeah. Can you double check that?
Kind of a wide.
My emphatic yes. I think that's true. No, I don't think they have to be.
Yeah, FDA does not approve dietary supplements.
At all?
Nope. That's the problem.
That's
why you
good.
stick to the ones you know.
Yeah.
So then on her second night in the hospital, Mary starts to maybe be doing a little better, but then the next morning, her condition deteriorates even further. Her organs start to fail. They don't know what is going on. She goes into cardiac arrest multiple times. Doctors are able to revive her each time she regains consciousness. She's intubated, but she mouths, "I love you" to her poor family. And then finally, she goes into cardiac arrest one more time, and doctors are not able to revive her. So it's just this sudden onset of this awful, horrific issue. They go to the hospital and come out, and she's dead. Like, It's just really, really tragic. Everyone's in a state of shock over this. No one can figure out what would have killed Mary so quickly. You know, she's young and vibrant. So an autopsy is performed. And the medical examiner looks at Mary's cells under a microscope and can see that they appear to have been in a state called apoptosis, which is the process by which cells die. And so this is normal to some degree in the human body, but in Mary, it's happening on a level that we would expect from someone who is undergoing like chemotherapy.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's that extreme.
Yeah.
And so the only other reason that one would see this level of apoptosis in someone's cells is if that person had been poisoned.
Oh.
I feel like if I go to the hospital, it's my fucking first thing. Like, I don't care if I just like ate old sushi. I'd be like, check and see if I'm getting poisoned by someone, you know?
That would be your directive
That's just
to
me.
the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a true fear of yours?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it.
I mean, that someone would actually do it, though.
No, but, you know, it's the same with like walking down the stairs in front of someone. It's just like not my favorite thing to do.
I mean, well, also just in this woman's case, where she's gone out of her way, worked very hard, obviously, and taken such great care of herself.
Yeah.
It's like this terrible irony and just shocking, like, must have been so horrible for her
and
family.
they interview the sisters in this documentary, and it's so out of nowhere. It's devastating. They can't believe it. So after hearing about Mary's symptoms, a director at the Poison Control Center suggests testing for a drug called colchicine. You heard of it?
No.
I don't know. Your mom was a nurse. I thought maybe. But it is very rare. It's a fucking drug you wouldn't have heard of unless you needed it.
Yeah. I've never heard of that, but I could absolutely hear my mother talking about, like, if you keep talking, I'm going to go into apoptosis. Like, that's she was more of that person than drug brands themselves.
Dramatic. Well, this drug, colchicine, is used to treat gout. So it's very specific.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to get. There's a lot of hoops you have to jump through to get it. It stops the process of cell division. And so people who take it take very small amounts, and they're monitored extremely closely by their doctors to prevent exactly what has happened to Mary, because it's fucking toxic. It's very toxic. The medical examiner, who, by the way, is like, he's our new Paul Holes, but like kind of like rough around the edges hot.
Oh.
Like kind of, you know, got the bald thing and the beard, which is like obviously my thing.
Sure.
So the medical examiner runs the test on this last vial of Mary's blood that they have. They find high levels of colchicine, much higher than what like a person would take who's even prescribed it, you know? So when the medical examiner gets these results, he calls Liana, Mary's daughter, who's in her 30s, and she's a doctor, and she's just baffled. She knows it's a gout medication, and she doesn't understand why it would be in her mother's system. Also, if someone were to be prescribed colchicine, they'd have to take 30 to 40 pills to overdose the way Mary did.
Oh.
And like, she was at work while this happened. You know, if they were suspecting that she took her own life, she would have been at home. It's just like, it wasn't adding up.
Nothing adds up.
No. So investigators test all the herbal supplements Mary was taking to rule out the possibility that they had been contaminated, because the FDA doesn't give a fuck. And all of those tests come back negative. Now investigators are almost certain that Mary has been poisoned. So the Yoder family is in complete shock. They can't think of anyone who would want to kill their beloved mother. Mary's daughter, Tamarin, describes the state of disbelief she was in when the truth of what happened to her mom came into focus, saying, quote, "There aren't even words for it. Your world flips upside down and nothing makes sense." And then, like, they know someone's out there who targeted their mother.
Yeah. The most bizarre mystery.
Right.
Yeah.
So this whole testing process takes some time. So it's now October, about 3 months after Mary's apparent poisoning, when investigators start trying to figure out who poisoned her. So first, investigators are beginning to scrutinize the obvious suspect, Bill Yoder, Mary's husband. Bill and Mary seem to have a generally good relationship, but a few months after Mary's death, the rest of Mary's family are shocked when they find out that Bill and one of Mary's sisters has started dating.
Oh.
And she's got like 4 or 5 sisters, and he starts dating one of them.
That's weird.
Yeah. But it's also like a grieving widow and a grieving sister, and they find each other and come together. It's possible.
It's obviously possible. It's just kind of...
It's in bad taste.
Yeah, and you'd think it would feel bad.
Totally.
For the sister, at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this ultimately drives the other 3 of Mary's sisters to suspect that Bill did it, and they cut off contact with that sister as well.
Yeah.
Which is like, if they had nothing to do with it, is kind of heartbreaking.
The whole thing's heartbreaking.
Yes.
They're all going through this in this terrible moment of grief. Like, I think you're right. Their worlds are turned upside down. So everything that's happening after that point is kind of like, it's chaos.
And when the daughters find out, like, their dad is a suspect who they love, they're like, are we supposed to spend Christmas with him? Like, what are we supposed to do?
Right.
And so police confirm from Bill's calls and texts that the relationship with the sister began after Mary's death. So they're able to confirm that. It wasn't like they weren't having an affair.
That's,
right?
You know, a bit of comfort, yes.
Yeah. And Bill's daughters say that their father was devastated to lose their mom. They were a very close couple. It does seem like that. Some people allegedly get a bit of an ick from Bill, but that's just like hearsay after the fact. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Who are those people?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the people from the town are interviewed in this documentary, like locals. They're fucking amazing and they're gold. And like everyone has a different opinion. And like we can't talk about this with our other friends because everyone thinks this person did it or that person did it. It's like, it divides the town.
Right. Also, like right now, if somebody made a documentary about you and they just interviewed a bunch of people to see, what do you think? What's the word? Like, I just imagine that, like, the people that live on my street, most of whom I don't know, but they'd just be like, yeah, she's weird and she's like, she only hangs out with her dogs.
Yeah, like the Starbucks person that you're perfectly friendly with and you go in every day, but like they have some gripe because Starbucks is hard and like, you'd never know.
Yeah.
And then Bill also gives permission to the police to search the chiropractic office, and they take computers, records, and a typewriter as evidence. So then, in December of 2015, 2 identical letters appear at both the medical examiner's office and at the sheriff's office. So the pathologist who conducted the autopsy on this case, he's in this documentary. He's our new Paul Holes, but if you're into kind of gruff, bald head, beard, which clearly that's my thing.
Yeah.
His name is Dr. Clark, and he's great because he says the F word a ton in this documentary, unnecessarily, and it made me love him so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like that in the perfect place, exactly where it belonged, he dropped the F word.
And was it because he was kind of passionate about what the case? And that's cool.
He was baffled. Where the fuck is this coming from? So the sheriff's office gets a letter, and the letter is typewritten. It says that Mary's 25-year-old son, Adam, killed his mother. It's anonymous. It says that the two of them had not been getting along and that Adam believed he would receive money if his mother died. The letter also specifically names the colchicine as the poison, which had not been widely reported.
Oh.
It was just she was poisoned. They didn't say with what. And it says that Adam put the colchicine into one of her supplement capsules, the one she would take anyways, and that he had been able to order the colchicine through the chiropractic clinic because it's really hard to get, and you have to be, a medical person, have your tax ID number. It's really complicated.
I mean, that's a lot of very specific information.
Yes, clearly someone knows details about this. It also says that the colchicine bottle is still on the floor of his Jeep. And so Adam is called in for questioning, and investigators ask if they can look in his car. He consults with a lawyer. The lawyer is like, you should let them do it. He agrees to do it. He's standing there smoking a cigarette as they search his messy, 20-something-year-old dude car with fast food boxes and shit everywhere. And among the littered garbage on the floor of the passenger side of his Jeep, investigators find a labeled colchicine bottle.
I mean, now we're kind of learning, to me, the vibe of circumstantial evidence, where usually it's you hear about that and then you feel argumentative because you're but they found it there. And it's this feels like a setup.
Right.
Exactly. It feels like a setup. Anyone could be oh, you should definitely look over here for the one thing that will definitely prove he did it.
Right. Yeah, it's still there. Somehow I checked it today. It's still there. And he also had his passenger side of the door wouldn't lock, and people knew that. So anyone could get in there. Mm. And he allowed them to look through the car. Why would you keep that evidence?
Yeah, and you would know it was there. Obviously, you would be aware. So then you would take it out before you would say yes.
A long time ago. Mm-hmm. Burn that shit. There's also a receipt for the colchicine with an email address that contains Adam's name. It's his name, 1990, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Just clearly very specific and obvious. An investigator from the Oneida County Sheriff's Department watches Adam while his Jeep is being searched. And he says, quote, "I wanted to see his reaction, and I can recall him smoking a cigarette, and the cigarette almost fell out of his mouth. He was in such shock of what we had pulled out of his truck," end quote. And he consulted a lawyer, too,
Yeah.
Adam says the email address on the receipt is not his real email and that someone is trying to frame him. Investigators are inclined to agree with him because there's no real reason for him to poison his mother and kill her, then drive around with the bottle and the receipt in his car for 5 months, then tell someone about it, and then drive to the sheriff's office for questioning with it still in the car.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's a very limited amount of people who would, A, know about the actual poison, the colchicine, then who had had enough access to Mary to, slip it to her, and who would have been able to set Adam up. That, they narrowed it down very well.
Yeah.
So this puts the attention back on the husband, Bill. For Bill and Mary's other 2 daughters, this whole situation is totally devastating. Liana says, quote, "You feel like all of a sudden somebody dropped you in the middle of hell and you can't find your way out. And every time you get a new answer, it's worse. Because if it's the father, that means the father tried to set up their brother, the son. And that's awful. Or if it's the son, then they, it's their brother. So they're terrified. They get security guards. They can't sleep at night. There's someone out there who killed their beautiful mother.
Yeah. And then their family is imploding in all these different levels and ways.
Totally.
It's hard enough to lose a parent.
Yeah.
To lose a parent suddenly and then to have it be like this. That's insane.
Yeah.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye.
So investigators turn their attention to the letters they received. Both the letters and the addresses on the envelopes appear to have been written on a typewriter, which is obviously rare for 2015, except for if you're fucking
nerdy friends.
Right. Or if you're Taylor Swift's boyfriend. I don't know.
Travis Kelce?
No. Tortured Poets Department is not the typewriter.
I was like, do you know so much about Travis Kelce that you know, like, his
You don't know?
the way he writes letters.
He loves an Underwood. He loves a vintage Underwood.
He's so retro. He's a real Luddite.
But there was a typewriter in Bill and Mary's chiropractic office. Remember, they took it. And so the investigators take apart the typewriter. They look at the ribbon. Did you fucking know this? It contains the ink that is pushed onto the paper by the keystrokes, and the key leaves a white imprint on the black ribbon of the letter that was typed.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
It's like they're just doing a carbon copy of what you're writing.
Kind of. That's how old I am. I used to write on typewriters. I remember when my sister got an electric typewriter, it was like, we were like going crazy.
Wow.
We're like, can I do it? Can I do it? We're like that fucking old. But yeah, if you look at the ribbon, you can see what you just typed, I guess, backwards, or is that is that like a camera? Anyway.
No, that makes sense. I didn't know that. So it's kind of like something like a Perry Mason episode that the potential killer would have benefited from watching, because they clearly fucked this up. Allie wrote that. And so the investigators unspool the ribbon, and on it, they clearly see the addresses that were typed onto the envelope. Like, clearly this is the typewriter that was used to write those letters. So that means someone in the office who had access to that typewriter in the office wrote those letters. So only 4 people had regular access to that typewriter. Mary, herself, the victim, Bill, her husband, Adam, the son, and the office's receptionist, a 22-year-old woman named Caitlin Connolly. And it turns out she's also Adam's on-again, off-again girlfriend that I mentioned earlier. So when police bring Caitlin in for questioning, she immediately admits that she was the one who wrote the letters, which is like suspicious. But she insists that it was Adam who poisoned Mary. She was just trying to like get him caught. And she says she only knows what the colchicine is because Adam had once mentioned it to her. And Caitlin says she's afraid of Adam and that it is Adam who's trying to frame her.
Oh.
I will say that when she was interviewed in the documentary, she had a lot of allegations against Adam that were very abusive, including sexual assault. She went to the police about it, and there's no reason not to believe what she's saying.
Right.
And they have like evidence because they have the voicemails he left her that are clearly like unhinged. And we've all been in those relationships in our 20s that are like so sick and toxic. So they have proof that that is true, that it was a toxic relationship and he was seemingly mentally and physically abusive towards her.
Okay.
So the medical examiner believes that Mary ingested the colchicine at around noon on that day she got sick. And that day, Adam had been 300 miles away in the Hamptons visiting his older sister. And Caitlin had been at the office with Mary that day. And she had access to the kitchen where Mary was keeping her lunch. So then there's the email address, which is Mr. Adam Yoder, 1990 at Gmail. Investigators look at Adam's computer and devices, and it seems like he is being honest. There's no record of him ever having logged into that address. And I mean, you can make an email address with anyone's fucking name.
Right.
Right? But Caitlin's personal computer at her home does show her creating and logging in to that email account.
Oh, okay.
And it appears that she logged into it from the computer at the chiropractic clinic as well, like when they knew she was there. And there's also records on her phone. And I mean, this is just like, to me, it's like, what more do you need? She's searching information about colchicine, you know?
Yeah.
So Caitlin is brought back for a second round of questioning. And at this point, the police see no other possibility than that Caitlin poisoned Mary, but they have no idea what her motive would be. To a large extent, we really don't get a satisfactory answer on this, which I think leaves a lot of people questioning why she did it. And that maybe means she didn't do it. She had no motive, you know? Most people who believe Caitlin killed Mary theorize that it was either trying to hurt Adam or to get him back together with her.
Whew.
Yeah. And the anonymous letters blaming Adam were sent after they had broken up again, but Caitlin never confesses. The closest she comes is that she admits that she bought the prepaid gift cards, like a Visa gift card, that were used to purchase the colchicine, which is that's
Just one step away from...
right.
Yeah.
There's also some people who speculate that Caitlin was just trying to get Mary sick. So, you know, Adam would run back to her. She'd be involved in the family again, you know, maybe some kind of Munchausen by proxy type of thing, but just dosed her way too hard and poisoned her. But you don't give someone 30 to 40 pills and not expect something bad to happen.
Right.
There's also a lot of people who just can't wrap their heads around Caitlin doing this. Her whole family, but at first also the entire Yoder family also thinks there must be some mistake. Ultimately, most of those people wind up convinced by the evidence that she did it. But those three of Mary's sisters, the ones who can't forgive Bill for entering into a relationship with their other sister, and of course, Caitlin's family never believed that Caitlin did it. They're on her side completely.
Right.
And it's so creepy to watch her be interviewed. From the evidence, there's no way she's not lying about at least 10 things. But she's so convincing and so calm about it and emotional about losing Mary. Like, it just, she can't be completely innocent. There's no fucking way.
You mean just because of all the actual proof and evidence that's there? Yeah.
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 But if she is, then, I mean, shame on all of us, you know?
Not me.
Not you.
Not me, for
you.
sure.
So 4 months later, in early 2016, Caitlin, now 23, is charged with second-degree murder. And at the trial, Mary's patients from the morning she became sick testified that she seemed fine that morning. Her patients from after lunchtime testified that she seemed unwell. And everyone says Caitlin was the only other person in the office that day. A sales representative from the company that supplied the colchicine testifies that she spoke on the phone about the order with a young woman.
Oh.
And it looks like she, like from what I've heard, jumped through a lot of hoops to get these. And so it kind of, there's just more and more evidence pointed to her because she had to try so hard because it's so hard to get.
Yeah.
Which is so weird that like she would specifically hone in on that drug when there's probably other ones that would be easier to get.
Yeah.
Right? So the defense puts forward the theory that Bill, Mary's husband, killed her and tried to frame his own son. And their only evidence for this is that he's currently in a relationship with Mary's sister. Like, that's what they use as the evidence. They have one witness, a neighbor, who claims that their relationship started before Mary died, even though the phone records don't back this up. They argue that Bill had access to Caitlin's computer and typewriter, and that if the colchicine was shipped to the office, it would have had Caitlin's DNA on it because she handled all the mail that came into the office. They don't explain why Caitlin wrote the letters blaming Adam, which she admits to, if in fact it was Bill who killed Mary.
Yeah.
Which I think gives a lot of people, especially like locals, to like start assuming some nefarious thing between Caitlin and Bill, maybe, or someone framing someone, like making it more complicated than it is. But it is still like, well, what's the motive?
Yeah, it's complicated enough as it is, unless it's the motive is revenge.
Yes.
For the things that she claimed that Adam did to her.
Yeah.
But then what? So I'm going to poison your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very odd. So after 4 days of deliberations, the jury deadlocks and Caitlin has to be tried all over again. This time the prosecutors make basically the same case with some additional evidence from a backup of Caitlin's phone that was unearthed between the two trials. On this backup, there are records of Caitlin searching for information on other poisons, including arsenic, thallium, and cyanide, before looking into colchicine.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Well, there you have it, kind of.
Right.
It's like, then it stops being so obscure and weird. And then it's like, this is a person who's looking to poison somebody.
Totally. Caitlin has a new lawyer for the second trial who puts forth the theory that Adam, the son, killed Mary, not Bill, the husband. He argues that Adam could have used Caitlin's devices to order the colchicine, or that he could have hacked the devices. Caitlin's defense team points out that Adam had been abusive during their relationship. Adam admits to this on the stand. So the jury deadlocks again after 2 days of deliberation, and the judge this time is like, please fucking keep trying. You need to go back in. And so after 2 hours of additional deliberations, they find Caitlin guilty of manslaughter, but not guilty of second-degree murder. And she's sentenced in January of 2018 to 23 years in prison, and she's 24 at the time.
Wow.
Caitlin has recently been granted the opportunity to appeal her case after previous attempts had been rejected. And those 3 sisters of Mary's still don't accept Caitlin's guilty verdict. They still think Bill did it. But the rest of the Yoder family believes she killed Mary. And that is the story of the poisoning death of Mary Yoder.
I'm so mad at you right now. I cannot believe that's worse than a cold case.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, I understand that family is like, that's a terrible rift that like the sisters basically were forced into a reality that they hated and didn't want to be in. And it was, like the daughter described, like they were in hell and it just kept getting worse. But that idea that the literal evidence, factual evidence is piling up over here.
Yeah.
And you're like, nope, it's him because of this damage and trauma that all of this kind of accrued. It's just worst case scenario in every way.
I mean, if it is as it seems and Caitlin did it and Bill and the sister bonded over their grief, everyone's life is still destroyed who had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Right. And it's just so tragic. But you wish she would fucking admit it with all that evidence there. It's so unsatisfying that she won't,
Well, right. Like what is actually going on is that's my anger toward you is what is actually going on here and why can't something more be revealed about it? Because like she killed a person. Like she murdered a person that she was basically like very close to for seemingly no reason.
Yeah.
And then almost like that's being used to distance her from what the evidence says she did.
Because, if you really pin it on the husband, he had more of a motive than this random ex-girlfriend did. But it doesn't make sense that it doesn't fit.
But did he? Because I think didn't the relationship that happened with the sister happen because of the loss and the grief?
But people are assuming it happened before and like nobody knew about it. And life insurance policy, all that bullshit, but it doesn't.
God, that's weird.
Did you want to know?
Yeah.
Watch the documentary because you try so hard. It's called Little Miss Innocent on Hulu, and you try so hard when she's talking on camera to like look for the lie and to look for the tell and to understand how someone could do such a thing and then like convince themselves so much that they didn't do it that they're able to bullshit their way with smart people in the room. Somehow, you know?
I think that's when that happens. Oftentimes, is people aren't bullshitting and they didn't have to convince themselves of anything because they're completely in their mind, separate rooms, separate things. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
like that seems like the way a lot of people are able to kind of hold that. It's not like acting like you and I, where it's like we got to get away with this and we got to convince somebody.
Right.
It's not like it's the truth for that person.
Because we don't do that. Also, I found out recently, speaking of that I've been saying disassociation, and that's not the right word.
Dissociation.
Yep.
Yeah.
My therapist corrected me in therapy.
You should fire that therapist. To be like, you just traumatized
Dissociate.
me.
I have been saying disassociation this whole time. That's what she was doing.
I've been saying library. Look, we're all human beings. I am so mad. What's going to happen? Like, it feels like there's another shoe that's going to drop on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But they're already to the documentary stage.
The fucking all 10 toes on the ground already.
Whew.
I know.
Well, great job.
Thank you.
I mean,
great,
look,
frustrating job.
Compelling content. That's what we're all looking for these days.
Podcasts need compelling content. Everyone knows.
Oh, man. What a great short one where it's like, it's going to be short, but it'll drive you out of your mind.
Yes, like pay attention the entire time.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do a couple. What are you even doing right now is to kind of dismount from this.
To disassociate from...
To disassociation from it.
Dissociate, right?
Dissociate.
Oh, Jesus. Mm-hmm. I mean, so many conversations and parties and that I've had that I've used that word and no one's told me.
Oh, that they don't care and they didn't remember because they're thinking about how weird they were at that party.
Were they also like, oh shit, have I been wrong this whole time?
Could be. Or they're like, I don't even know what that word means.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take it. Who gives a shit? I'm not known for my fucking vocabulary. Like, that's not part of my persona.
Have you heard about the rising sea levels? Like, it does not matter.
The FDA doesn't fucking check your vitamin C.
I take so many supplements sometimes. None of them have been checked.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, let's see. My first one is from the MFM Gmail. It says, what are you even doing right now? What am I even doing? That's a great way to start it.
I love it.
How dare you ask? I, as a 22-year-old, am learning to prioritize my peace and spending my night listening to you guys while crocheting Halloween stuff to sell at a market. You guys have inspired me to do what I love and put myself first. Thank you, Isabel.
I love that.
I do too. Good job, Isabel.
The whole reframing of I'm doing nothing to I am taking care of myself and finding my peace.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. Good job, Isabel.
Beautiful. This one is from Instagram from Joe Coyle 8, maybe?
Joe Coy, the stand-up comic?
Joy Cole.
Oh, Joy Cole.
8. What are you even doing right now? Drinking a beer at 10 a.m. in the Denver airport because there wasn't coffee on the menu and not noticing the coffee on the menu until right after I ordered my beer. Smiley face.
Perfection. Ugh. That's a perfect, what are you doing right now?
It's the only place you can drink at 10 a.m. is the airport.
You can drink at 6 a.m. at the airport. You're at the airport.
There's no time.
There's no rules.
Time's gone.
It's all gone out the window. Do your thing. Also, because truly, no one's judging you at the airport.
Nope.
At all.
We've all had our nightmares at the airport.
It's just too hard to be there.
Yeah.
Also, everything is too hard right now.
It's so hard.
It's hard.
Everything's hard. Have a beer.
Have a beer, then have a cup of coffee, and then go back to another beer. That's called the Irishman's, poor Irishman's cocaine.
Really?
No. Oh. You couldn't tell I was making that up as I was stumbling through.
But I was really hoping for it. The poor Irishman's cocaine.
Okay, one more?
Yeah.
This says, what are you even doing this is a subject line. What are you even doing right now? Plum cake jump scare. And then it says, what am I even doing right now? Sitting in my local pub trivia bar, waiting for the game to start and trying to finish up listening to George's story about Nanny Doss, the giggling granny who poisoned people with plum cake. And then in parentheses, it says, a food I did not know existed until today. only to look up at the bar's food menu, which changes weekly, and audibly gasp at today's dessert, German plum cake.
What?
And then it says, life is a simulation. You ladies are my favorite part of it. Love ya, bye, Zoe.
It really is.
It is.
I love those little winks from the universe.
When have you ever seen plum cake in the wild?
I've eaten it at my grandma's house after she made it, and that is it.
I mean, I love Zoe, good one.
I wonder if the baker is a murderino, though. That was my first thought. It's like, go to the bar and like talk to the fucking baker.
You're saying we program the simulation, that we're in charge of reality.
It's actually our fucking simulation that you're fucking in.
Welcome to the simulation,
and
bitches.
what are you even doing right now in it? Because we are controlling it. I think that's good, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was a nice final plum cake jump scare.
That's right.
Button.
Think of all the plum cakes we're going to get when we go on tour again. Backstage, homemade plum cakes. And I'll eat them all, even though someone warned us there could be blood in them.
There could be anything in them.
I'll fucking eat it.
Gout medicine, for God's sake.
Okay, I'm not eating it.
Oh. Well, anyway, stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producer is Alejandra Keck.
Our managing producer is Hannah Kyle Creighton.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Squillace.
Our researchers are Maren McClashin and Allie Elkin.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
Follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at My Favorite Murder and Twitter at My Fave Murder. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
You know that fantasy where you run into your ex while looking impossibly cute and wildly unbothered? Hill House makes the perfect dress for that moment. Or if you're just running errands. Hill House Home is the brand behind the viral nap dress, known for its signature smocking, ultra-flattering fit, and comfort that makes it a favorite for just about everyone. Celebrities like Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Anne Hathaway, and Mindy Kaling have all been spotted in Hill House. These dresses are the definition of versatile, perfect for running errands in the morning and stylish enough for dinner or a party that night. And it's not all they carry. They started with bedding back in 2016, and now you'll find bathrobes, pajamas, children's clothes, and maternity, all with the cutest prints. And it's so true. The hardest time picking out one nap dress because the prints are so dreamy and beautiful. But now that I have it, I'm going to wear it all day, every day. I'm going to throw on my leather jacket at night and look like a total badass. Cowboy boots or cute heels, whatever it is, this nap dress can make it look classy. You look like that classy lady you see at the airport. Hill House makes fun fashion that makes you feel good. Get 15% off your first order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with code MURDER15. That's MURDER15 for 15% off at hillhousehome.com. Goodbye. The kids are back in school. Now it's your turn to head back to the beach.
During Cheap Caribbean's Back to Beach sale, save $200 site-wide on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with code 200BEACH.
Trade school drop-offs for beach walks, lunch boxes for beach bars, and your daily routine for adults-only relaxation.
Use code 200BEACH and get more beach for less money.
Book your beach vacay today at cheapcaribbean.com. Goodbye.
Bye.